Plus, this is the last appearance of Ace Rimmer, so far anyway, so this Rimmer's fate is completely unknown. Well, I guess it's time to address the elephant in the room with the big H on its forehead. When I covered Season 7, where Rimmer became Ace, and 8, where Rimmer was resurrected by nanobots and still alive at the end, but a hologram again in Season 9, people kept bringing that up in the comments section, and I said I would make a video talking about what I think happened. First of all, I'll acknowledge what seems to be the popular theory, that Ace showed up at the end of Season 8, saved Red Dwarf, and switched places with Season 8 Rimmer, so live Rimmer from Season 8 is now off somewhere being Ace, and the former Ace decided to drop the moniker and rejoin the Dwarfers, hence the Rimmer on the show is a hologram again with old Rimmer's memories. I have been told that Doug Naylor has confirmed this at some point in some interview or something, but I haven't seen any proof of that, so I don't know if that's something that really happened or if someone just experienced a Mandela effect.
But basically, what happened at the end of Series 8 was...
Hell, someone even told me that it was revealed in a text crawl at the beginning of Back to Earth, and I can show you right now that that isn't the case. And besides, even if Doug did confirm that at some point, he could end up changing his mind before it ended up in an episode. If it hasn't happened on screen, it's not canon. In any case, I have a couple of issues with that theory. Mainly that we see Rimmer grow a lot in the process of becoming Ace. And while I know Rimmer showing up in Lister's dream in blue isn't exactly canon, the way he behaves feels like a natural progression. Well, up to a point, obviously. He's a lot more confident and laid back. He's basically become his own version of Ace. He's been through some stuff and it's changed him.
No, I'm only kidding.
If Ace were to ever come back, he'd probably be acting something like this.
I just thought it was time I lightened up a bit.
Minus making out with Lister, of course. Now, let's jump ahead to Season 9. Rimmer is right back to being a big ball of anxiety and insecurity. I don't believe for a second that this Rimmer was ever Ace. He doesn't act like it at all.
You really don't like me, do you?
And frankly, Rimmer becoming Ace was a huge deal in my opinion. It took a hell of a lot of coaxing, but he eventually got over his fears and did what he needed to do. He grew so much in such a short time.
Well done, honey. You've done us proud.
I just don't like the idea of taking all that character development that he got when he became Ace and just throwing it all out the window just to restore the status quo. And remember, part of that was seeing the light bees of millions of Rimmers who all became Ace, and realizing that if all of them could do it, then so could he.
All those Rimmers. Are you really going to be the one to break the chain?
To give up that moniker would mean that he just changed his mind one day and basically went, fuck those guys. Yeah, that wouldn't be out of character for old Rimmer, but again, character development. The theory that is the most simple and sound to me is that Rimmer died at the end of Season 8. I mean, he meets the Grim Reaper. That's kind of universal code for this person is about to die. Sometime later, the Dwarfers found themselves missing Rimmer and/or they needed another crew member, so they resurrected the Rimmer they knew best as a hologram with memories leading up to the point just before he became Ace. Maybe even combined with Season 8's Rimmer, maybe not. That way we can have Seasons 1 through 7 Rimmer back without having to screw with the storyline from Stoke Me a Clipper.
Hey-ho, Pip and Dandy.
That's the theory I prefer, and that's the one I'm going to stick with until something happens on the show to prove me wrong. To be honest though, I don't think they'll ever reveal what really happened. They have too much fun messing with us. At the end of the day though, this isn't a hill I'm willing to die on. You all can have whatever headcanon you want. I just wanted to put this out there because people kept bringing it up after I mentioned that the version of Rimmer at the end of Stoke Me a Clipper hasn't returned. In my mind, he hasn't. I never even considered that the version of Rimmer in Seasons 9 and up could be Ace before people brought it up in the comments section, and it doesn't make sense to me now. So there you go. That's my take on what happened to Rimmer between Seasons 8 and 9. Boring maybe, but usually the simplest explanation is the most likely one. That's it for now. See you next time.
No lines left now apart from Quiver. We hope they fade us out before we get to Shimmer. Fade out, you stupid glimmer.